Now, there's a certain reporter made comments, Rachel Maddow, and all I have to say to her, it's a good thing that this is a love fest. Otherwise, we tar and feather you. Okay, a great day, and I'm really glad to be here. So, I'll give you a quick thing. Pink Pistols, just a quick show of hands. How many of you have ever heard of us? Wow, man, that's impressive. For those of you who haven't heard us, we advocate armed self-defense for the gay community. The gay community faces violence on many levels, individuals, groups, governments. The truth is, from violence, the gay community is under siege, and the gay community should be common sense, logic, facts. The gay community should be the most heavily armed community in the country. They should be armed individually, they should have groups, they should be standing here with us fighting for the Second Amendment. But shouldn't they? Now, do you guys know other groups that should be here too? Like the Jews and many Afro-Americans, they should be here too. We got some people here that got a side for the Black Panthers. You know what? I'm sorry, I'm not going to say it. You know that when Bobby Seale went and the Black Panthers went to the Capitol, they were fighting for the people, and they were right.
What if they were White Panthers?
Yeah, hey, what if they were White Panthers? Okay. When gay rights came along, they got aligned with the political left. They got aligned with the women's movement. They got aligned with the civil rights movement and stuff. They got aligned with the progressives, and they adopted the values of the progressives. And the progressives, of course, want you to be docile. They want you to be dependent. They want the government to control your life. They don't want you to think for yourself. Right, yeah. And the last thing they want you to do is have guns. So, of course, they're going to be very anti-gun. But now this presents a problem for the gay community because, like we said before, the gay community faces violence, okay? So, well, what do they say? Well, travel in groups. Well, maybe that's not practical. Maybe you should don't travel at night. Well, hey, I like to go out at night. Hey, well, if you get attacked, what you need to do is carry a whistle so that if you get attacked, you can whistle down. You guys like that? Now, the best one is carry a cell phone. Okay, you pick up your cell phone, you press the speed dial. So when critical seconds count, you get to dial 911, and the police will be there in minutes. Is that a good defense or what? No! Now, to add insult to injury, okay, a well-respected human rights organization in the gay community, I know you guys don't particularly care for Amnesty International, but a well-respected human rights organization, according to them, has this beautiful report online called Still Stonewalled in America. And what they say is that the police agencies have a rampant culture of hostility against people like me. So their answer for self-defense is that I dial 911 and I'm going to get a homophobic cop come and protect my butt. Now, does anyone here see a problem with that? Seriously, I don't see a problem with that. I say, hey, that's going to leave me dead. But I've talked with some people and they say, well, you have to understand the culture of nonviolence. And you know what, that's not a bad thing. I said, really? I said, no, well, what'll happen is it'll raise the consciousness of the community. We can have a prayer vigil and we can have candlelight vigils. Now tell me, does that sound like a load of crock or what? Okay, now I have a different solution. I like the 1911 solution, okay, instant. Yeah, you know my thing. Here's how the 1911 solution works. I draw my pistol, I multiple double tap my attackers, I stop them, end the problem. Yeah, you like that? All right, well, you got me loud and proud. Now, please bear in mind, I have a conscience, and I would never deliberately shoot to kill someone. Now, I realize that if I multiple double tap that somebody would die. That's what's been proposed to me. But it's not my fault. You know why? You know why it's not my fault if I multiple double tap someone and they die? No! It's the fault of the trauma surgeons in this country who can't multitask. That's the problem, okay? But I know that Obama's got to fix somewhere in that health care bill. The Second Amendment protects all of our other rights. Okay, the Second Amendment and the First Amendment are intertwined. The First Amendment gives us peaceable means, like we're here today. It gives peaceful means, like the press that's out here, freedom of the press, freedom of information. But more important, if our First Amendment peaceful means don't work, Then we have to, you know, as Justice Stanley Kaczynski, Ninth Circuit, yes, my circuit, says the Second Amendment is the doomsday amendment because free people only get to make a mistake once. America's a diverse nation, and that's both our strength and our greatness. Because by having, the bad part is that we tend to fight with each other. That's a bad thing. We have differences, and we need to set aside things. The good thing is if we work together collectively, we've got the best energy of any planet. We can kick anybody else's butts in the world. Don't you agree? Okay, America is the greatest nation because we were founded by God. Okay, matter of fact, 3 things: God, guns, and guts made this country great. And I see a lot of people who love God, and I know a lot of people got guns, and man, you guys got guns. We get one thing that most pro-gun groups don't get. We get positive press. Because, sorry guys, because if the press attacks us, they attack the gay community as a whole. Okay, you like that? So, if you're against guns, you're against gays. If you're against the Reverend Blanchard, you're against blacks. That makes you know, anybody who's against this march is a racist and a homophobe. What do you guys think of that? That's right. Because all rights are interdependent. Okay, now, you know what? I know that there's people out here saying, well, Nick, you know, I have an issue with you being transsexual and all that, And, you know, that doesn't matter. What matters is the Second Amendment, because the Second Amendment trumps everything. If we don't have our gun rights, we don't have any rights. You know, the issue, it's easy to defend the rights of people who you agree with. The hard part is standing up and saying, you know, I don't like that guy down the block, but, you know, he's not bothering me, and I will protect his rights. That's the hard thing, and that's what we have to do. Are you willing to do that?